Hello, Coffee Time friends. It's a little late for lunch. They called, and they brought the refrigerator right at lunchtime. It's a good thing I cooked yesterday. No electricity this morning. It came on about 11, and by 11:30 they were calling, and they were coming. That's good, too, because you know what? I'd had to go out there and open that garage door manually, and I forgot how to do that. I'm in my chair, as I call it, which is kind of ironic because this is the first place I did my first Coffee Time video 5 years ago. This is where I was sitting, drinking coffee. Mama's in there playing with the refrigerator. Hi. Hey, Margie, how are you? Hey, Karen. Hey, Penny. Robert. I hope y'all ate lunch without us. Lord. I'm going to heat that cabbage up in those 15... I think I put 16 bean soup on there yesterday. It's really 15. If I can find another bean, I'll throw it in there. Gonna heat it up for supper now. It's too late to eat lunch. Mama ate something in there a while ago. Mama, what'd you eat?
I didn't eat it.
You didn't? I thought you was getting peanut butter on bread.
No,
You need to get you something. You need to get... Let me heat that cabbage up now. That noise is refrigerator tape. That's some strong stuff. I got most all of it out, but Mama found another piece. Hey, Mama, come in here a second. She's on a mission. We've been going all day today. I did the San Francisco highlights this morning in the dark, basically. I did go out and sit on the porch, and it was so wonderful. But the Bradford pears are blooming. I've had a headache and sneezing, and I know they're the culprits because our neighbors have got 3 big ones on the front, and Mama's got 3 big ones back here in the back, so I'm surrounded by them. Can you see a little woman in there?
yeah, I can now. Hi to everybody.
She's starving me to death, Mama. Explain yourself.
Explain myself.
You ain't cooking no lunch or nothing.
Oh, we've got everything messed up. We just got through with
Have you ever emptied the refrigerator? Makes you see stuff about yourself, don't it, Mama?
Yeah, makes you see you got more junk than you need. I've got it almost cleaned up.
We're not putting all that back in there, though.
No, I mean, I've
Mama
got it
put her
about
foot down.
washed out. Everything.
We
washed out.
vinegar washed it all down. And Mama put her foot down.
Stuff's got to go.
We're living a better life, ain't we, Mama?
We're going to try our best to.
We're not going to clutter, are we?
Oh, we're already too cluttered today.
Oh, Mama, what on earth are we going to do with ourselves?
I don't know.
Happy Sunday. I'm thrilled you have your new refrigerator. Well, let me tell you a little something.
It was a mess.
No, tell them the other part.
What? I don't know what to tell you.
Mama said, unplug that thing.
Oh, yeah.
I'm tired of hearing it. It's going to take off. I'm tired of hearing it.
Let it thaw out.
She said, let it thaw out. We'll see what it does. I'm tired of listening to it. It ain't doing nothing anyway.
Yeah.
So we unloaded all of
We
it.
unplugged it, unloaded
It
it.
stayed unplugged, what, about 24 hours?
Yeah, a little over 24 hours.
And then last night it was off for 8
yeah.
to 10. And we plugged it up. And what'd you hear?
Nothing. I couldn't hear it running. Which I'm hard of hearing.
No, you ain't that hard of hearing.
No, I couldn't. But you could hear it all over the house running before. But it thawed out. But I'm afraid whatever's wrong with it would start back up anyway.
Oh, I'm sure it would.
Yeah, but it's been. We're
But
set it in the garage.
Mama said, I done paid to have them pick it up and haul it off and everything. But they earned their money because they had to move it out in the garage, and that was been $50. That's what they was charging to haul it off. But it started cooling again. The top was cool. The freezer got down to 0.
Made ice.
made ice. It hadn't even made ice, you know. So evidently something in it was froze up. But it was as quiet as the church mouse. Mom said, there's nothing that bad wrong with it. I'm going to let them boys, who's them boys, your nephews? I'm going to let them boys look at it before we just throw it away. So we're going to get somebody to look at it. And if it's something major, we'll haul it off. If not, we'll keep it and use it in the garage. But something was definitely wrong with it for a while.
Oh, yeah. It was sound like a jet plane to take it off.
Mama, do you want some peanut butter?
No, I'll get me something to eat in a minute. I like the bottom shelves.
And you will not stop under no circumstance.
No, I want to get it clean before it gets cold in there.
And even though I didn't clean it.
No, you didn't clean the bottom because I just now taking the stuff off from it.
I didn't clean the drawers, but I cleaned all the shelving.
I got the top drawers, but I ain't got the bottom drawer. I've got the door shelves. I got all that wiped down in vinegar and cleaned up. I just like a little bit more. I'm going to say goodbye so I can go get it before it gets too cold.
Right there behind Mama's head, you know, I tell you, we have the drink station. That's it over there. That's where we keep that stuff in this program. Put the ice machine. All right, folks, we ain't done nothing. I'm going to sit here and rest, and Mama's finishing up, and I done wiped all that down. She don't trust me. She's strict. It was just vinegar water. My hands smell like vinegar water. I took all the tape off. And I don't know why, but every glass shelf had a little round sticker on it that said, remove before use. And it was in Spanish and in English on top. And you had to peel every one of them off. And I thought, they put 3 on every shelf. They paid somebody to put them on, then made me take them off. Why? It's exactly like our old one, except it's clean and there's nothing in it. Some of y'all said the other day, clean out that refrigerator. Well, we took your advice. We did have too much in it. And our accessories probably tore up, but we couldn't get no air. Hello, Heather. She hasn't shown it yet, Lori. I could show it to you, but it's the exact same refrigerator. Same refrigerator. Well, thank you, Jacqueline. Happy Sunday, John and Mama. Hey, Nancy. Hello, John and Mama. Hey, Brenda. Hi, John and Mama. Happy Sunday. No, Cheryl. And you know, it's just one of those things. She just wants to make sure it's all cleaned out. And this way it's in her mind, and she's, you know, it's not hard. She's not. I won't let her overdo it, and I'm not letting her fill it back up. I told her I had to set a minute. And I'm going to take all the stuff out of this refrigerator and carry it in there. And that's how we'll manage that. But I guess all in all, the whole ordeal, having to go get it and everything, you know. And I know it's crazy we brought the same one back, but this one in here is probably 10 or, I don't even know how old it is. It was probably 8, 9, 10, 11. It's probably 11 years old. And thank the good Lord it's working good. And our other Whirlpool product, and you know, you're just going to get a bad compressor every now and then. You're going to get a bad product every now and then. And we realize that. So we're going to give it one more whirl. But I'll tell you, if this one don't work out, we'll see. Well, Deanna, it is, I guess, if you want a new one. This has just been a hassle. I have had new appliances that I wanted, and they are exciting. But when it's something that goes out, like a washer or dryer, we've had both those scenarios, and now the refrigerator, then it's not like, yay, it's like, oh, I've got to do this now. No cooking, Carolyn. No, we can't, well, we could get in there and cook. But there's stuff on the counter, and there's stuff, you know, that's mustards and hot sauces and stuff that don't really have to be refrigerated. did you grow in that house? Janet, yes and no. The what we refer to as the old part of the house, it was just like a shotgun house, straight. It just goes straight back. You've seen those houses that have a front door and a back door, and they call them shotgun houses. And when I was probably 10, my granny came up here to live with us. And Mom and Dad built on where you see us in the kitchen. And where we go into the dining room was the carport. So they built on a living room and a kitchen, dining room, and a carport. And then we built on the back the sunroom. This was the sunroom. And a smaller sun porch. About 2 years ago, we extended the sun porch all the way out to the end of the house, squared up. And we built the back porch on. Because we like outdoors. Don't want to go hiking, or any of that much, but like to fish, but don't get a chance to do that too much. But anyway, so we wanted a porch to enjoy the outdoors on. And then we built on, prior to that, out that way, and put the garage on. And turned our carport into a dining room. But now this took years. All this took years. We'd save up, get enough money, we'd build another area. So, I grew up here, but it wasn't this big of a house. It was just 2 bedrooms, a bath, a living room, dining room, and kitchen. That's the house I grew up in. Loved it. Loved that house. My favorite thing of that house was the front porch. Played on the front porch every day of my life. Loved it. Played in the front yard. It was a great place to grow up. One of the favorite things here in this house is the back porch and the front porch. Been out there this morning, enjoyed it. And I'm going to share this with y'all. 2 things I'm going to share with y'all. One thing is, this morning when I got up, it was dark. And this house is dark anyway because we've got internal rooms. We don't have, like our kitchen, the window you all see above the sink looks into the sun porch. Not the outside porch, the sun porch. So it don't get a great deal of natural light. So I thought, well, I'll just go out in the sun porch, which it was light out there because there's plenty of windows up there. And I thought, I'll just go out there and get a cool little lamp and bring it here and light it. And that way we can see, and I can at least make coffee and do some stuff. One lamp didn't have a wick. It had a little bit short wick, but it had oil. The other light had a wick, but no oil. The other one had nothing. No wick and no oil. And I thought, you're not prepared. You are not prepared. It's just like the Bible. I did not have oil for my lamp. And I thought, you're going to get a better shape in this. So I'm going to get oil. And I'm going to get new wicks. And I'm going to wick those lamps. And I'm going to put fresh oil in them. And when I need them, I'll just go there and get one like I planned to this morning. So that was one thing. And I thought, that's what life is about. Is preparation, being prepared. And I missed the mark. It wasn't an emergency. It wasn't like a snowstorm when the lines go out for 4 or 5 days. And it was only, I would only use it for about an hour anyway. So I lit a candle and the same purpose was served. But if I had it for Sunday school highlights, it would have been a much better light. Anyway, and I had those little cordless lamps, those little bitty ones that sit behind me all the time. They really do work. And that's what I had this morning. But the point is, I wasn't prepared. I didn't have oil and I didn't have my lamp wicks trimmed. The Bible says, keep your lamps all trimmed and burning. Well, I missed that mark and I'm going to rectify that situation. But The other thing I noticed, I got my cup of coffee. We've got a gas range out in the garage. I went out there and made coffee. We had breakfast. Everything was good. Lights were still off. I went out on the porch. And nobody told the birds that it was stormy, or that we're expecting more rain, or that it was flooding, or that there was no electricity. The birds were singing so beautifully this morning and flying in the trees and sitting on the wires and having the best day ever. And I thought, nobody told them that it was bad weather. Nobody told them that there's no electricity. We have to change everything, rearrange everything. I didn't care. They was just happy to be alive, and they were just praising, and you could just tell in their songs. I thought, we need to be more like the birds. You know, if you're alive and you're able and you're well, sing, enjoy the morning. And it just inspired me to be a little more grateful, and I was grateful for the electricity that I knew we were going to get back. And I was grateful for the house that it didn't blow away last night. We had some straight line winds. We had 80-mile-an-hour winds. A lot of people did have tree damage, and there's a tree down in the road right down here now. We can get out the other way. But I was just a little more thankful this morning, and I credit it to the birds. So even though I didn't get to go to church this morning, I did find something to be thankful for, and something to be, but it was praiseworthy to me. And I just need to slow down a little bit. I need to prepare a little bit more. Now, we may not need them lamps for a good long time, but I'm hoping that the next time I need them, my wicks will be trimmed and ready to burn, and my lamps will be full of oil, and I'll be ready to go. We used to always use those lamps. Those lamps stayed on top of the china cabinet, so they couldn't get knocked over. But any time that we had a power outage, Daddy would reach up there, get a lamp. I remember as a kid sitting and doing homework with that oil lamp. Not that I'm that old. Ooh, don't just get that started. The electricity was out. We had it. And I would sit and do my homework with those cool little lamps because we had no electricity. It would go out, and you still had to do homework. And it was plenty bright enough. I had plenty of light. But I'm going to get them together. I'm going to clean them up, and I'm going to put them wicks in them. And they're not that expensive either. And I'm going to put new wicks in all of them, and I'm going to put new oil in all of them. And I'm ready to roll. When I need a lamp, I'll just go there and grab it and light it, and I'll be ready to go. But it does make you appreciative sometimes. It makes you appreciate what you have. And even like this morning, it made me appreciate what I was going to have back. It's a little bit of electricity. I do appreciate all the people out working. I know storms and stuff. I'm sitting here complaining, and they're out there working and restoring it, and I appreciate every one of them. And I'm not complaining about them ever. I'm never complaining about our guys and gals that are out there restoring the power and cutting the limbs. And it's a job. It would be too much of a job for me. I'm very thankful for them. I'm just really complaining that I am so addicted to electricity that I don't seem to be able to go a few hours without it, without feeling like, what do I do? What do you do? I need to, I probably need to shut the main off every once in a while and just sit here and think, now, what are you going to do? I might have had my oil in my lamps and my lamp wicks trimmed. I want to fix that. I'll have to get Mama probably to show me how to wick one. I was sitting there thinking this morning, have I ever wicked a lamp? I've seen my granny do it, and I've seen Daddy do it. Daddy used to have a way of trimming the wick too. You didn't trim it straight across, and you didn't trim it in a point. It was more in an arc, and it would come up, and it was just perfect. And if you got it just right, That lamp didn't smoke, and it put out a great light. But my granny used to use the coil lamps a lot. I guess like people use candles now. She would burn them every once in a while. I remember as a kid, and I guess electricity might have been off more than two, and that made us use them more. Miss seeing you all today. Well, Kendall, we miss seeing you too. That's Mama's great niece. She's got the most perfect children in the world. She does. Love them babies. Yep, Janet. So, yeah, I grew up in this house. My bedroom used to be where my bedroom is now and has been for the past 30 years. When I left home and I moved to Nashville, and I've lived different places, they never did do anything with my bedroom. It just became a guest bedroom. But I never did have anything on the walls or nothing. It wasn't your typical posters or anything like that. I guess Mama would have probably... I could hang stuff, but, you didn't just put them on the bare wall. You had to, put them in a frame and fix them, so it still made a nice guest bedroom. And we have a bigger bedroom, but it ain't mine. I'm not in the biggest of the spare rooms that we have, bedrooms, but I love it. It's comfortable. It's home. But that's where I grew up. Hello from St. Louis. Happy St. Patrick's Day. No, that's tomorrow in Indiana. What are y'all doing for St. Patrick's Day? Do we have to wear green tomorrow? Made sloppy joes and have bread pudding in the oven. Ooh. Marcia, that sounds good. Expensive cleanup. Gee, did you have storm damage? Happy Sunday. Love you all. Love from Blount County, Tennessee. Jenny, I know exactly where Blount County is there not long ago. Mama does have a pretty home, Karen. She's spent her whole life cleaning and working and carrying on, and I try to do all I can for her here. Go to the repairclinic.com. Put in model number and it may help you figure. Well, thank you, Stella. I'll do that. Repairclinic.com. Mama's got some talented nephews. The mechanics who does all that stuff. And she says she's going to have them look at it. And John might know what's wrong with it. He might be able to work on it. If it does start working, and here's another scenario. I told Mama last night, I said, we may find that receipt with that number on it. You got to keep, if you buy an appliance, keep your receipt. It ain't just the paperwork. We found all the paperwork, but that cash register receipt is where all the information is. And I think I knew that, and I think I would have kept it, but I can't find it. But I'm telling you what, mark my words, and you all may have to remind me of this in a few years. I'm going to put in a Ziploc bag, and I may use some of that blue tape in there because I've got a ton of it now. And I'm going to put the receipt, I'm going to write the date it was purchased, which it'll be on the receipt. And I'm going to, even on that receipt, I'm going to take that number and I'm going to write it on another piece of paper. Because sometimes them receipts, if they get warm, they'll black out on you. I'm going to have my ducks in a row on this one. And I'll know exactly where it is because it's going to be taped to the back of that refrigerator. If I have to, I will take a Sharpie and I'll write it on the actual refrigerator. I ain't going to be caught again. I've learned a lesson. And I'm going to let you all learn a lesson through, what is it? I'll be your cautionary tale. I'll be your cautionary tale. John messed up and he just had a 3-year-old refrigerator. You all listen up now. And he had to just go buy another because he couldn't find nothing about no receipt, and they had no record of it. And they told him the number was on his receipt. That's what they told me. Another thing, which is what we ran into today, and it wasn't their fault. It was a miscommunication somewhere along the way. When I bought the refrigerator, he told me, he said, they will not hook that up with an old water line. I said, okay, give me a new water line. So he reaches over there, gets another water line. He says they'll install a new water line, but they will not install an old water line. I said, okay, that'll work. When he got here, which I need to get a plumber up here to fix that, but the line that comes in from the basement is a plastic tube. Been there for several years, probably needs to be replaced. I don't know. John checked it. There's absolutely nothing wrong with it. And it's thick. It's real thick. It's clear. There's no, you can see through it. So that's one thing I like about it. You can see through it. And if it had any buildup in it, you can see it. But it's clear as it can be. But it comes up and it has a coupling on it. And it goes into a metal one on the back of the refrigerator. So that's the new one I bought. But they wouldn't unhook it from the plastic one. He said, we can't touch the plastic. Literally. Like, he wouldn't unhook it. And I first said, I said, he told me if I bought these, he said, well, he probably didn't realize you had a plastic one underneath. I said, they didn't ask. And I said, okay, so what do I need to do? And he says, well, we can come back. I said, that ain't an option. My mama's going to have ice, and even though we got that dedicated ice maker, she likes this ice here too. Now, what else? And he said, well, you can unhook it, and we'll put your new one in here, and then you'll have to hook it back up. And my mind just started spinning with scenarios of like water shooting up the ceiling and water just flowing, like a comedy show. So I called somebody. If you can't, I've never hooked up plumbing. I've never done that. So if you don't know what you're doing, you better know somebody who does. John to the rescue. He came and done it. Took him 3 minutes. He and something. And he fixed it right up. But, and they put it in there, plugged it in, and then he rehooked the water line up. But I probably will look at getting that plastic one redone with copper or something. That's what they say the best is. Now my house, I did have trouble out of it. It leaked. And one Saturday morning, thank the Lord it was Saturday morning, and I heard it, and it was just shooting out in the middle of my kitchen floor, and I had hardwood floor there, and I got it turned off, and we got it replaced, and I had copper put in there, and he said it'll never tear up. Copper, it's for good. That's okay. So I'm hearing thunder. We got storms coming all through the day. Water is up. It's already flooded in areas. Some folks have got water up to the back of their house. They had on Facebook. Say a prayer for them. Mom, you better come in here and save these people.
There's what?
You better come in here and save these people.
Save them?
Yeah.
Why?
You better come in here and tell me to hush and let them people go, because I've had them on here too long. She is not. She's like a butterfly. She's just. Come here, butterfly.
I had to get the vinegar off my hands.
Just washing the vinegar off now. I didn't wash the vinegar off mine when I wiped all of it down. And you didn't trust me.
You didn't? I had to get more wiped down.
Say goodbye, Mama.
Goodbye, Mama, and God bless you all. Have a wonderful day today, and stay safe for all means.
You've saved them, Mama. Hush.
Yeah, I better, let's see, zip that thing up.
Folks, y'all have a blessed day. We'll see you tomorrow, and hopefully, Mama and I were just talking, hopefully tomorrow this time,
It'd be a normal day.
It'd be a normal day. We can cook and have ice and clean. The refrigerator will be normal.
I hope so.
You know, you never think about your refrigerator till it goes out. You don't never think, boy, I'm glad I got a good refrigerator.
What's that old saying? You don't appreciate your water till your well goes
You
dry.
don't appreciate the ice till the refrigerator goes out.
Oh, but I think you ordered that oven right at the right time.
Your little one?
Good. Yeah, it works out great.
Well, it said it was Sonic ice, but it ain't exactly, but it is good ice.
Yes, it is.
And I thought that'd be a good Mother's Day present because you love that ice.
I know it. And
Boy, we've depended on it.
We've had to have it for the last 2 or 3 days.
Yeah. All right, Mama. I'm going to let them go.
Let them go and rest.
Let them go take a Sunday evening nap.
That's right. It's time for one.
All right. Bye, y'all.
Bye-bye.
Have a blessed one.